friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time, and I'm here today to talk about how to harvest herbs, because I've been getting this question, and really it all is going to depend on the herb or what it is exactly that you're harvesting and the way it grows. Now keep in mind, as I start talking about this stuff, I shot this video 6 weeks before you're seeing it right now, so I'm probably past the point of doing these and on to doing other things when it comes to dehydrating herbs. But anyway, so I'm going to show you a few clips and talk about some details on this. But really, when it comes right down to it, pretty much anything that's in the mint family, a lot of those things, you can just mow them right down and they're going to come back. So case in point would be like the golden oregano. You can see right here, I just harvested this morning how I'm doing it, and I basically just give it a haircut. And yes, for the golden oregano, it is totally normal for it to be very, very gold on top, but darker lime green on the bottom. That has to do with sun exposure. So while some plants, when they get more sun, they turn a darker green, the golden oregano turns more gold with the more sun it gets. So once I mow all that down and then that area gets sun, it'll start to turn gold, but it's also going to grow back up and fill right in again. And what happens with a lot of your mints, it'll have 3 more shoots coming off of where you cut it. And so it basically triples the amount you're getting. Though those will be, the leaves on those will be smaller than the original one. So it probably comes out to be about the same. And then here is some thyme. I did the same thing there. Basically just give it a haircut. And yes, it has the flowers on it because I was really late in getting to my time because I kept forgetting about it. And so I just use the flowers and leaves and all. So the flowers of a lot of your mints are just as good as the leaves, though typically they're not going to have as much flavor. The flavor isn't going to be as strong. You'll see this a lot, especially with oregano, with like Mediterranean oregano. The flowers have that same oregano flavor, just mild. But yes, you can use them. So if you wait too long and your herbs flower like that, just use the flowers too. Cut it all down and use it all like I'm doing here with the thyme. And then here I have sage. So sage, though it's in the mint family, at least the way my sage keeps growing, I tend to cut it in clumps like this rather than doing the whole haircut thing. That works better for your smaller leaf things like this. And same thing with stinging nettle. I can do that and have done that with stinging nettle, just chopped it down like that. But it really depends. It depends on how it's growing, and if I've got some that are a lot taller than others, then I might just cut the taller ones down and leave the shorter ones, which is kind of what I'm doing here with the sage. I'm trying to cut it back and shape it again because it's just gotten out of control, a couple of my sage plants, and I need to reshape it. So I'm basically doing that. Now I have some lavender here from last year, and the reason it's this color is because I harvest the leaves and the flowers together now. And I do the same thing with that. So here's a couple of pictures from last year where I just hacked it down with scissors and then started to shape the lavender, trying to get it back down to, because it's gotten too big, the one out there. So the one in the back garden for some reason is the one that's just been exploding and doing better than any of my other lavenders, even though I think it's probably my youngest out of all my lavender plants. So I do that there. Obviously with something like lilac, I just picking the flowers once they're mostly opened up, and then just picking the whole flower cluster off of there, just breaking it off like this. Same thing is going to go with your raspberry, grape leaves, or anything else. You're best off to harvest lightly and strawberry leaves spread through your plants rather than hacking a whole bunch down, because if you're wanting to get grapes and berries off these plants, you don't want to over harvest, and you don't want to take too much from one spot or cut off any berries that might be trying to grow. But it's also best to try to get as many of the leaves off your plants, off such plants before they start to flower, and then start putting all their energy into making the flowers and the fruit. But you don't want to over harvest, because the leaves are important for the growth of the flowers and the fruit. So those I do go through, and with these I just snip one here, snip one there, snip one here, and spread it out through the whole blackberry, through all the blackberries, the raspberries, the strawberries, and so on. So again, it's all going to vary on the type of herb that you are harvesting. So I can't give you one answer for all. It's not going to be the same. Just kind of watch the way your things grow and pay attention. If you're wanting to get fruit from your plants, you just, even though the leaves are going to be best harvested before they fruit, you also have to be careful not to overdo it when it comes to that. But when it comes to anything in your mint family, your oregano, your thyme, your sage, obviously your peppermint, your mojito mint, your cat mint or catnip, that stuff can be hacked down at any time. And I've done that where I've just gone through with the catnip, and even after it's flowered, hacked a whole bunch down, left some of the flowers there just because they're pretty, and then let the rest fill back in and then do that again. And to me, that's, when it comes to those, that's just the easiest, quickest way to do that. So, and then obviously flowers are going to be different because you're going to be picking the flowers as they come on if you're doing something like dandelions and calendula and so on. And by the way, when I do pick my calendula, once it blooms, I wait until it opens up. I pick the calendula flower off, and then I break the stem off down to where I see another flower. If there's another flower starting to come off of there, I break it down just above that rather than breaking the whole thing off. Otherwise, things like that will keep getting more and more leggy. And then same thing with your pansies. Pansies is another one, actually. If you got them growing in real thick, you can simply hack them down like this, or you can deadhead them, but use those leaves too. Pansy leaves are just as good for you as the flowers and have that nice winter green flavor. So you can do that with your pansies. You can do that with your violets. Done the same thing with the violets. I just hack them down. Just mow across there with scissors. In fact, I need to get out there and do the same thing with my violets out on the deck yet again. I did it not too long ago, but it's all now filled back in. It's already to the point where they're not flowering so much, but I still use those leaves. Just hack it down, more leaves will come in. And so it's as simple as that. And just a little bit of common sense, just watching the way your things grow and being careful not to overdo it, though I don't think you can really overdo it with most of your mints because the way they grow. But it's also going to depend on the mints you're growing and your climate and where they're growing at. Some might need a little time to really get established. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful and just gave you some ideas. Any questions you have, please put them in comments down below and I'll try to get back to you. And thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.